Hi everyone. Back. Okay. So today we're going to do some videos. Okay, let's see what this is.
Dr. Murphy is ready to see you, Joel. Right away. All right, you'll just have a seat right here. The dentist will be with you momentarily.
Hello there, Joel. Haven't seen you for a while. Oh, you weren't afraid to come back now, were you? JK. We like to have fun here. All right, Joel. Let's see what's going on with those choppers in there. Open up. Nah, I won't bite, and I hope you don't either. JK, LOL. Say Oh, wow. You're a little spitty, aren't you?
Yeah.
Are you nervous? Yeah, this'll help.
What the?
All right, I'll be right back.
What's that
Don't
doing?
go anywhere, okay? Okay.
Is it? What's that doing? Is it putting water in his mouth or is it sucking? I mean, not a real thing. Okay. Employee of the month. Okay. Dirt face. Oh, seeing where it goes. Oh, okay. Let's suspicious about that. Oh! Oh, is that the employee of the month? God! Whew. Put him down.
Poor little guy. He's been sick for so long, and I feel so badly for him. Little buddy is in so much pain. I'm afraid the only option we have left is, you know.
Okay.
Miss
Yes.
Livingston, this is an adult human being
Oh.
inside of an animal costume.
Oh, he wasn't the mouse?
Can't you see that he's in pain? He's my pet, and it's my decision.
That's a human
My
person.
decision is I want to end his suffering.
I see. And what is he suffering from exactly?
Well, look at him.
I tell you this every time you come in here, Mrs. Livingston. This is your son, Kurt, a 24-year-old adult human male, and I can't euthanize a 24-year-old adult human male.
Actually, it's Fire Dash.
Right.
I'm a pyrofox from the forest planet. I live
No, you don't understand.
in the kingdom
Fire
of Fire
Dash is sick. He's been sick. He's been sick a long time.
Miss Livingston,
Call me Rachel.
That's a
Miss
lot of
Livingston,
money.
this has been and continues to be a complete waste of my time and resources. On top of the fact that this is completely unethical, it disregards Kurt's basic human rights.
It's Fire Dash. My name is Fire Dash.
You just don't want to live with a son who, as an adult, wants to live his life as a magical human dog.
What would you?
It's a fox,
I'm a
stupid.
pyrofox.
Not to mention the responsibilities
Okay,
you
we're
have as a
firefoxing.
mother.
Like I was
His
just talking
mother.
in the background.
Come on.
Like it's hers.
Please?
No.
Isn't there somewhere I could leave him or something?
Come on, Kurt. Are you gonna let her treat you like this, or are you gonna stand up straight like a man and say, I'm here, I'm a magical dog boy, and I don't want to die, Mom?
I don't appreciate you referring to me as a cisgender human male. I'm a trigender pyrofox.
Get out.
Please!
Get out.
Please!
Get out.
Come on!
Get out. Get out of my office.
Oh, fine. Quiet, Puppet. Soon you'll finally be free.
Oh. Okay. Well. What's this? Okay. Hello. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love this. Guys, I love this.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. Brayden didn't want to go to Gary's ball game, so I'm over here.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Don't want to spoil it. Okay, there's kids sleeping. Yep. Kids USO or UFOs exist. Okay, looks like he's on drugs. What? Can't believe he doesn't wake up from that. How old is he? Think you'd be in a coma right now. Yep, you're a loser. Kick him out. We've seen that guy from Toy Story, I think. Okay, Area 51. The alien interview.
Okay, we're recording. State on origin? Right. Okay, yesterday you told us you traveled, and I quote, thousands of light years to get here. Yes. Tell us the truth, or we'll never leave you. It is truth. Only fall off. Fall off. So I take it aliens took over our future, right? So you're human. Okay, so you evolved from us. So what are you doing here now? How? Okay, so how about we concentrate on your time? Try me. Wait, so you know the meaning of life? What's the difference?
Fake. We need to go to find the house.
Turn. I said it's about 6 inches, right? Wide around it. Yeah, that's good. There you go. Okay, so now you want to hand pick this one here. There you go. Get it down there. There you go.
Oh, there
There it is. I saw it. Oh. What is it? What is it? It's a barber. Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. 1903.
Nice, buddy. Yeah. Sweet. Woo! Heck yeah. That's awesome, man.
Dude, killer. Let's take a look.
That's awesome. Oh, yeah, dude.
Wow,
Don't rub
what-
on it too much.
what-
I love that old kind of crusty silver.
Great.
Yeah.
Got some nice relief on it.
Great condition, Jake.
Oh,
Get to the main part.
I wonder if the light works. Nope.
Oh, skip PB buds.
Had power at one time. Pretty stained up mattress. Some nesty, look at this. There's a calendar. Let me see what date it is. 1985. 1985, that calendar. What's underneath that calendar? Some kind of old radio.
I'm gonna pick up the puppies.
So cold. We got some bones over here. Sleeping bag in here. Old sleeping bag. Some blankets. And there's also upstairs, so we're gonna go upstairs and check out the upstairs next. This is a pretty cool little cabin. I like it. And look at, they have newspaper up on the walls here as insulation, like in other old places we've seen. There's a cup. Check out, this is an old Mountain Dew. It looks like an old Mountain Dew. Anybody know when that Mountain Dew can came out? And of course, there's always Folgers in every single house we visit. Yeah, there's a baby rabbit right there.
What?
There's a rabbit right there. Not sure if you guys can see the rabbit. Yeah, he's hiding right there. See the rabbit? That's not a baby, that's a full-size one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
We're gonna leave him alone. 'Cause
Try it under the newspaper.
it's snowing out there. Let's get out, let's leave him alone. Come on.
The Lincolns and their guests arrive at Ford's in high spirits.
The crowd applauds the president. They stop the play. They sit down, and the play begins.
Comes to their barking up the wrong tree about the old.
About 10 minutes after 10, Booth began to mount the stairs leading up to the second tier of boxes where you would find President Lincoln.
Looks like Assassin's
As
Creed.
Booth makes his way toward the presidential
Assassin's
box,
Creed.
he is seen, but no one stops him.
He was well known to everyone, a popular actor, of course. And that let Booth get right behind Lincoln.
You're not used to the manners of a good society.
Booth is in position at Ford's.
Booth comes into the box right as the whole theater bursts into laughter.
As the crowd roars with laughter, Booth takes aim.
Apologize an old man.
So that moment where the whole future looked like had finally lifted, the clouds had separated, comes crashing down.
The bullet enters the back of Lincoln's head.
Booth stepped up to him, fired a shot from perhaps 3-4 inches, not right against Lincoln's head, but close, and it hit Lincoln in the back of the head, like a sledgehammer would. This is the Derringer that Booth used on April 14. It's about 6 inches long, weighs about 8 ounces.
A part of the Ford's theater collection, this instrument of history was Booth's personal weapon.
Booth probably had this weapon for at least 5 or 6 years before the assassination took place. It fires a single bullet, so this is like we say, one and done. Booth dropped the pistol, went to the front of the box intending to escape. Major Rathbone jumped from his seat. He grabbed Booth from behind and pulled him back from the railing. Booth twisted around in the Major's grip, and for the first time the men were face to face. And Rathbone later said he was absolutely horrified by the look on Booth's face. And Booth was stronger than Rathbone was, so he was able to free himself and slash Rathbone with a knife.
Booth leaps from the box to the stage.
Sic Semper Tyrannis!
And makes his escape.
You are currently standing in the exact spot where Abraham Zapruder shot the infamous Zapruder film on November 22, 1963. By integrating historical footage with modern compositing software, you are about to be immersed in a historical event that took place over 50 years ago. Before we roll the film, let's point out something of great significance. The large 8-story building to your left is the Texas School Book Depository Building, where Lee Harvey Oswald allegedly assassinated John F.
Assassination.
Kennedy. His exact location was the southeastern corner of the 6th floor. Unfortunately, a tree is somewhat blocking that exact location from where you're standing now. But given the nature of the assassination, perhaps this is appropriate. Let's roll the tape.
The problem with putting yourself out there is that you might be putting yourself in danger. History is full of unhinged members of the public or righteous vigilantes, those last two aren't always that separate, seeking to make a name for themselves or their cause by striking down an influential figure. Sometimes, distressingly, the way they seek to do that is in front of as many cameras as possible. I'm Adam from WhatCulture.com, and here are 10 assassination attempts that were shown on television. Viewer discretion is advised. Some of this footage may be upsetting. Number 10, Ronald Reagan. The man who pioneered Reaganomics, which either crippled or rejuvenated the country, depending on how you see it, almost met his end at the hands of a gunman called John Hinckley Jr., who, bizarrely, was doing it to try and win the affection of Jodie Foster after seeing her in Taxi Driver. Doing his best Travis Bickle impression, Hinckley shot Reagan and 3 others as they were leaving the Washington Hilton Hotel, captured on several news cameras and broadcast around the world. Number 9, Hamid Karzai. The 12th president of Afghanistan, Hamid Karzai fought off many assassination attempts through his 10-year run as the big dog of the country, yet proved eminently unkillable each time. The most dramatic occurred in April 2008 when a military parade attended by Karzai was attacked by members of the Haqqani network who were ideological bezies with the Taliban. They fired on the parade with machine guns and RPGs. Karzai walked away unharmed, but 3 people were killed in the crossfire. The event was caught on live television, though the feed was terminated shortly following the first shots. Number 8, Mahmoud al-Mabhouh. The first successful assassination on this list, again, viewer discretion is advised. Mahmoud al-Mabhouh was one of the founders of the military wing of Hamas, the Palestinian governing body of the Gaza Strip, one of the most turbulent places on the entire planet. He was assassinated in his hotel room in Dubai in 2010, having been injected with a muscle relaxant and smothered with a pillow. The act itself wasn't exactly captured on film, but the CCTV footage of the killers and the moments leading up to his death were widely circulated on news programs around the world. Number 7, Ahmed Dogan. This one looks like a horrifying attempt miraculously escaped. Dogan is a Bulgarian politician, and in 2013, while speaking in front of a large crowd, a man, later identified as Oktay Enememedov, rushed the stage, pointed a gun at his head, and pulled the trigger. The gun failed to fire, and the man was wrestled to the ground before the security crew thumped the crap out of him, presumably for showing them up as being, not great at their jobs. It later transpired that the gun was filled with blanks, which would have caused non-lethal injuries had it gone off, but it's still a shocking moment captured on global television. Number 6, Robert F. Kennedy. Yeah, this isn't going to be the last time we mention a Kennedy on this list. Tasteless joke as it is, Bobby Kennedy emulated his brother in a lot of ways. Both men graduated from Harvard, both men ran for president on a Democratic ticket, both men met their end in public at the hands of a lone gunman. Oh, and both men's deaths are the subject of countless conspiracy theories, because of course they are. Though a Palestinian immigrant, Sirhan was convicted, he claimed he was framed, and there are theorists alleging that the CIA were involved in Kennedy's death. Unlikely though, considering the number of eyewitnesses that saw Sirhan pull the trigger, shooting the presidential candidate 3 times as he was making a shortcut through the kitchen of the Ambassador Hotel in California. Cameras began rolling immediately following the gunshots, and one freelance reporter caught the audio of the shooting itself on her recorder. Number 5, Inajira Asanuma. Again, viewer discretion advised. Asanuma was a leader of the Japanese Socialist Party. He was a
Funny guy.
Right up to him, yeah. You gotta go right up to him, yeah. Just can't touch him.
We're in this thing together, right? Damn it.
A little closer.
We were together in school, me and him. He went his own way. So I'm standing here.
Okay.
I'm only here for a couple minutes.
So how long do you know this man?
30 years.
30 years you've been together, and you've been to school where?
School? Kensington.
Hogwarts. You've been to Kensington together? And you've learned, did you learn martial arts together?
Yeah.
And
I had this guy's sword.
Well?
I know him. He was never talkative. I remember in school. He used to sit by himself and read books. I was just this guy fooling around and having fun. He was just reading. You were asking questions, you would answer with his head. Yeah, no, What's your name? No. What? Is that a name? Shake of a head is not a name. Please say your name. And by recess, you're just this guy hanging out. His mother always picked him up from school. He's that type of guy until he was 20. His mother picked him up from school.
Real guards turn violent.
What's up guys, Joe here and welcome to a new video. Today I'm showing a video of designer. Contact me via YouTube or Twitter at Top Realm and we can negotiate the prices. Thanks guys and I'll see you later.
Get off the fence!
a knife again.
Да. Он сказал, get down the back.
Надо еще что-то. Стрелять было.
Уходи назад, наверное.
А?
Назад, говорит, иди. Смотрите, ногами топает, ругается. Ругнулся. А может сматегнуться?
Мама, что?
Вот так вот, смотри. Get down.
Это нам.
Слушайте, правда, get down, точно.
Go down. Идите вниз спускайтесь, да?
Go down. Слушай, ничего агрессивно. А правый не кричит, ребят.
Мама, а что он говорит?
Ну, или, Тём, ну, я думаю, что пошли ли вы отсюда.
Видно громкоголосый, поэтому у тебя поставили.
Ну, я дождалась, я говорю, ну, скинь это на ноутбук, чтобы, не дай бог, не потерять. Тёма, не следи эту. Тёма. Тёма.
Get out of this guy's way.
Right flag for the Queen's goal!
Problem move.
His gun is jammed. Can you see the knife on top of it? He can't shoot.
Set back from the Queen's goal!
In the flecky shirts.
Step back from the Winter Castle Guard!
So before this video gets started, let me go ahead and clarify as to what happened. So, we're playing a match in the woods where each team starts in the same exact field. While we're in the field, we can't shoot at each other until we get to the tree line. So what happened was I was coming back after I gotten killed the first time, coming back to my spawn, and I saw these two guys going into the woods on our side, going up behind our team and stealth killing them. So what I decided to do is go behind their lines and start silent killing all of them. And this is it.
Hey, can I do that too? Get ready to see a bunch of silent kills on YouTube, man. 'Cause I ain't got a weapon. Let's see how far in their lines I get. I just saw them do it. Silent kill. Silent kill. You're dead. Oh, man. Silent kill, silent kill.
Bruh.
Silent kill. Silent kill.
Behind you, Levine! Behind you!
Silent kill.
If the movie you're watching was made recently, a portion of what you're seeing is probably computer generated. While some people argue that CGI is cheapening the medium, the market is still booming. And sadly, for any science fiction hipsters out there, it's no longer genre specific either. But despite all the criticism, so many amazing things have been brought to life by CGI that we can't help but stand in awe of the artists and engineers behind the scenes who make the vision come to life. Using a process called chroma keying, they're able to insert a person into an environment. But to do so, some pretty hilarious things have to happen first. Before we jump into our list, can you guess the movie from these emojis? Stay tuned for the answer. And if you like what you see, feast your eyes on our catalog of videos by subscribing to our channel. In the meantime though, here are Screen Rant's 10 funny moments where actors were replaced by CGI.
That thing's our raptor.
Jurassic World. If we learned anything from the first 3 Jurassic Park movies, it's that dinosaurs are scary. We've spent decades living in fear as a result. But then, Jurassic World came along and shattered the meticulously crafted facade. As they're known to do, some set photos leaked onto the internet and gave a humorous glimpse into what life is really like for a velociraptor. And it's far less gnarly than you think. It turns out they're just a bunch of dudes in gray onesies dancing around with silly dino-shaped hats atop their noggins. And while that information gives us a good giggle, we're also a little jealous.
I like you. I don't even know what that is. Mozzarella, of course.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The inflatable costume has revolutionized the wardrobe industry and turns any regular Halloween party into a classy Halloween party. After all, nothing screams posh more than having to yell all your conversations over the buzzing of a small fan near your crotch. The motion capture actors behind the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles know what we're talking about, or at least their on-set costumes make it look like they might. People who were familiar with the franchise as kids have all dreamed of becoming a Ninja Turtle, and anyone who says otherwise is lying to your face, regardless of how cumbersome a shell might be. The Revenant. Leo may have won the Oscar, but everyone everywhere agrees that the bear was the Revenant's real MVP. We've not met one person who disagrees, and we probably never will. But in the interest of full disclosure, we have to tell you something. That wasn't a real bear. We know you're disappointed, we were too, until we saw the costume used to simulate the creature's on-set presence. And again, just like with Jurassic World's raptor costumes, we find ourselves overwhelmingly green with envy. Now that you're in on the secret, we wouldn't be surprised if you added the costume to your Amazon wish list before this sentence was over. Iron Man 2. We've made our love for Robert Downey Jr. crystal clear over the years, but even we have to remember that he's a flesh and blood human being. And as such, the Iron Man costume must have been as awkward as a cow on ice. Thankfully though, some merciful soul in the FX department rigged up some sweet pajamas for Downey Jr. and co-star Don Cheadle. Sure, they still had to wear the helmets of their respective characters, but at least it wouldn't take them 3 hours to go to the bathroom anymore. Superman Returns. So far, we've seen examples of motion capture actors being replaced with cooler, more interesting big screen characters. But sometimes people's performances are utilized with the sole intention of erasing them later. That may sound counterintuitive, but in practice it makes total sense. For example, you wouldn't trust a wind machine to do the hard job of blowing Superman's cape just so as he soars through the sky. Clearly, that kind of work should be left to the professionals, two gentlemen puppeteers in head-to-toe neon spandex.
Oh yeah, exfoliate me.
The Jungle Book. Last year's reimagining of The Jungle Book was great for a lot of reasons. For one, it was pretty cool to watch a then 12-year-old Neil Sethi act circles around a bunch of seasoned vets. But for many, the insane visual effects were the movie's crowning achievement. With super convincing animals of all kinds and a stellar ensemble cast, it's made almost $1 billion worldwide. But the reality of filming Sethi's scenes weren't as technologically advanced as you might think. For the most part, he was just tossed around and chased by a bunch of blue dudes wielding puppets. And, as you're about to learn, it was way safer than having any real animals on set.
Come on! Come on!
Life of Pi. Now make no mistake, tigers are not to be messed with. Sure, they were voted the world's favorite animal a few years back, but that doesn't mean they're friendly. As anyone who lives with one knows, cats are engineered to be the perfect killing machines. And tigers happen to be the largest breed of cat. So if you do the math, that automatically makes them the scariest. Some of them have even been labeled manhunters for their unusually predatory behavior towards humans. Now, given those facts, the choice to use a CGI version for the film adaptation of The Life of Pi was the right one, even though the stuffed dummy tiger they used on set made us question their ferociousness all over again. Lord of the Rings, King Kong, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and Star Wars The Force Awakens. Having an entire conversation about CGI actors and not mentioning Andy Serkis would be nothing but injustice. The man is responsible for some of the most hypnotic and interesting mocap performances ever. And if you've ever seen any of the most successful movies of the last 15 years, you're more familiar with his work than you realize. Gollum from Tolkien's Lord of the Rings, King Kong himself, lead monkey in charge Caesar from the recent Planet of the Apes installments, and Supreme Leader Snoke in 2015's Star Wars The Force Awakens. Given how impressive that small fragment of his resume is, we're willing to bet there were more than a few hilarious behind-the-scenes stories floating around. Is your foot alright? Star Wars Rogue One. The most recent installment in the Star Wars canon, 2016's Rogue One, earned praise for many reasons. But the slightly off-putting reconstruction of Grand Moff Tarkin proved to be a divisive element for the majority of the audience. Peter Cushing passed away in 1994. But because the filmmakers had permission to use his likeness, and because the character was such an important piece of the film's puzzle, the team made a call. Cushing's face was laid over top actor Guy Henry's body, and the result falls somewhere right in the center of Uncanny Valley, which, depending on who you are, is either terrifying or delightful, with no middle ground.
That guy was already up there when I got here.
Deadpool. Given that its lead star is Ryan Reynolds, you have to know even before the movie starts that Deadpool is going to be a good time. And sure enough, it is. Reynolds brings his signature rapid-fire wit, making him a perfect fit for the Merc with a Mouth.
Guys,
He's not the only comedian in the house
the
either.
dinosaur
Some
one
of the
is
best
just
include his
weird.
banter with straight-faced funny man T.J. Miller.
The
But
bigger
not all the
one
comedy
is
happened while the cameras were rolling.
Guys,
Colossus
okay.
is an entirely CGI
Don't know about
character,
that one.
but the real-world man in
The
mocap suit had some sass of his own.
other ones
Behind-the-scenes
are
set
creepy.
photos show
Okay.
stand-in teetering around in insane platform boots and working on his best duck face. If you don't know what that last one is, you've obviously never been a teenage girl posing trying to take a new display picture for their MySpace page. Get ready to pound those keys because we're interested in your opinion. There's a comment section down there for a reason and we want you to use it. Tell us how you feel about CGI replacing actors in the industry. Bad thing, good thing, best thing? Join the discussion, and if you're interested in mingling with our squad of movie enthusiasts, subscribe to our channel.
Well, guys, that was it. And see you next time. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment.